Hello there, this is RomWills coming back at you with yet another video. The economy has a profound effect on dating. The economy has a profound effect. Now, let me be clear first, because I know I've done several car videos where I talked about getting sex without spending money. Let's just be real on something. They ain't everybody. They ain't everybody. And even with me talking about it, that's only what? Several thousand people going to watch any of those videos. And even then, to get to that point, you better look sexy as hell. You better be fully into body game. You got to have a lot going on. Let's just be real. Most people ain't doing that. Most people ain't doing that. Most men ain't doing that. But even then, even if you're thinking that you have to spend money, you know, guys taking women out to these nice restaurants, to a cheesecake factory, all of that stuff, because they ain't watch any of my videos, they ain't engaged in body game. Hey, I'm going to tell you what. It's affecting them for one simple reason. They don't have money. And even in those situations, let's reverse it. Even when you got some of those women who going to spend their money on a man, who going to take him out, who going to buy him all the stuff, they might not be able to do stuff either, because the economy, let's just be real, even though they don't want to use that dreaded R word, recession, let's just be real. You got thousands of men and women being laid off. They don't have money. And now if they don't have money, they can't take a woman on a date. Or if even the other way around. Some women who might have all that money, might have that house, hey, they can't be sponsoring that young boy because they don't have the money. It's having an effect, because if you don't have money, how you gonna go dating? They might not be creative like I was, like, you know, when I was younger especially. I was a broke brother. That's how I know I can get sex without spending the money. I didn't have it. I get real creative. I'd be like, hey, let's just walk around. I was living in D.C. I remember one date, all we did was just walk around the zoo. I ain't really spend any money there. But let's just be real with it. Most people going to have to spend some money. Most men especially going to spend some money, because they ain't watch any Uncle Ron videos or anything like that. But they don't have money to spend. They can't take women out. In fact, I remember one of my mentors, he had said that. He said, well, these businesses are going out of business, these restaurants and stuff, because people, you know, guys can't take them to the restaurants. He was talking to one in particular. I ain't gonna give it out, but he was talking about one in particular. And indeed, even affecting relationships. Like when I go up to my local mall, I had said that a few times. I said, you know how you go in a mall and they got like jewelry stores, like at the center core, like right across from each other, like right there. My local mall hasn't had that in a long time, for many years. For many years. Nobody's buying jewelry. And see, let's think about that too. Let's think about that. If men can't afford to take women out, shoot, they not gonna go out. They not gonna buy jewelry. Shoot, it's not a mistake you seeing all those wedding rings. They ain't diamonds like they used to be. They just some plain old bands. They not even gold or silver like they used to be, plain old bands. But I'm gonna tell you what, it has an effect on dating, especially if it's someone or people who think they gotta spend money, they wanna do this stuff. And even if you just wanna go out for fun. Let's say you still listening to Uncle Rom, you still ain't spending, but you still wanna go to that fancy place, you still wanna go to that fancy restaurant, you wanna do that activity. You might not have the money for it. Shoot, you might have just got laid off. Like, think about all these people getting laid off, especially younger people. And they might not be able to go and hang out. Maybe not even go to the bar, even as singles. Because I was hearing about some clubs and bars, they not doing as well. In fact, they got something, it's called the stripper index. Like strippers, they actually know if stuff is going wrong. They know for one reason. Guys can't come in and make it rain money on them. They don't have as much money. Now it's unofficial, of course. It's unofficial, but that's something to check. Yeah, or whether it's the stripper index or the sex industry in general. Guys can't spend money. Guys can't spend money on it. And they're like, oh, wait a minute, hold up. What's up here? Because you got to pay attention to it. Yeah, it'd be great if, guys would just listen to Uncle Rom and say, okay, let me hit the gym, let me do all this. Let me jump on Uncle Rom's Patreon so I can learn how to get to play without the spending all that money. Okay, that'd be great, but hey, look, I'm all right with it. I'm all right. Everybody ain't listening to me. Like I said, this is the channel for wolves. But let's just be real. If we talking like, not just in this country, but globally, and guys can't really spend that money like that, or even women who wanted to sponsor the men, oh, that has a profound effect. It was like, oh, all of a sudden, wait a minute, we can't go any place. We can't go to that bar. We can't go to that restaurant to eat, that fancy restaurant. In fact, one thing I've been noticing, because me and my sons, we would go to different restaurants. At least once a week, we'll go check out a different restaurant. Ain't as crowded as they used to be. So it's having an effect. It's having an effect on dating. Because if the economy goes down, and then people can't get together. And in fact, there's a lot of complaints about people not getting married or having children. Children cost money. Children cost money. If you got say a couple, they get together, they can't afford that child. Like you got the government talking about, oh, we'll give them $5,000. As someone who has 2 sons, trust me, that's good to go for maybe, at best, maybe a couple months. At best, I'm saying at best, maybe a woman's using her breasts to feed the child. Do like my sons be like tweaking it. We won't go ahead and get into it. But let's just be real, they ain't costing anything. You're talking diapers, all this stuff. Even if you getting used clothes and stuff, man, that don't cost anything. People can't afford children. People can't afford children. If people want to fix that problem, like there's a big issue about couples not having the children, fix the economy. Fix the economy. Get them more money. Got to change all of that. All right? But it has a profound effect all the way around. Like I said, you ain't listening to Uncle Rom all the way around. And then even if you want to get married, you still got to spend money on that place, getting all that stuff. Not even on the woman. You got to still spend money on that wherever you living or something like that. All right? So it's something to really think about, all right? Something to really think about, really pay attention. That's affecting relationships, Like I said, everybody ain't listening to Ron or like even seeing my videos. And then, even then going to the gym, fixing, doing stuff, getting in that shape or something so that women would consider them sexy. They ain't doing all that. So it has a profound effect. Unfortunately, most guys, most women too, got to spend all that money. Or even women, they can't fix up. Most women are adjustables. They can't adjust from that 5 to a 7. They can't afford it. Shit, they might have just got laid off, so they can't buy that makeup that make them look good. And might not be able to afford those pump Jimsons. Those pumps be making them look taller. And don't get me started on that. Anyway, just something to think about, all right? Something to think about. You got plenty of people complaining about like the relationships. I'm like, oh, well, you better look at the economy too. Anyway, that's all I have for right now. And I'll get back with you later. Peace and blessings.